I see a lot of people making discussions about what the Royal Rumble championship matches should be. Let's have a discussion. Normally, when I sit down and do these types of fantasy booking scenarios, they are simply fantasy, okay? I tend to try to book with what we see on television. Yes, we all sit here and do it the way that we think is best. But I truly think that this way is best, okay? A lot of people tend to think that the two championship matches at the Royal Rumble are going to be Rollins and Punk and Reigns and Orton. I would not do either of those matches at the Royal Rumble. Those are legit. Both of those matches are legit WrestleMania matches. Legit. Why do we need that type of undercard on the Royal Rumble when you have over 2 hours, 2.5 hours, give or take, with a men's and women's Royal Rumble match, which is the primary reason why we're even watching the Royal Rumble and why we're interested in the Royal Rumble in general? Why do we need to do those two matches? I don't really understand that logic. Rollins and Punk is not a Royal Rumble undercard match. It's not. It's a WrestleMania main event night one match. Could main event any fucking show on the entire planet, anywhere. Now let's put it on the undercard of WrestleMania or of Royal Rumble and not put it on WrestleMania. Doesn't make sense. The only way that Rollins and Punk happens at the Royal Rumble, and I mean this is another slim to none opportunity, is if WWE legitimately has Stone Cold Steve Austin in the back of their fucking pocket and they got Punk and Austin signed for WrestleMania. But then you run into another problem. What exactly is that problem, JD? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. If Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk is at WrestleMania, then it's undoubtedly going to headline night one. And then you are going to leave Seth Rollins and the World Heavyweight Championship out in the dust to open the show on night one. Seth Rollins has never had a main event WrestleMania match either. Yeah, let's bring CM Punk back to the company after 10 years, give him a marquee match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and put him in the main event of WrestleMania. And our world champion, who's been there on the road, fighting every single week, every single day, has made this championship feel legit. Let's put him on the open of WrestleMania. And the one guy that he didn't want in the company, we'll give the main event of WrestleMania to against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you know how fucked up that sounds? That sounds ridiculous. The only way Punk and Rollins happens at the Royal Rumble is if they have Stone Cold Steve Austin in the back of their pocket. And right now, nobody knows. Austin's been quiet. The rumors have been running wild. Yeah, it's a dream match. People are digging up fucking 2014 clips of whatever WWE 2K game it was. 2K13, 2K14, whatever the fucking case may be. That sit-down promo with Jim Ross was fucking incredible. The fact that we didn't get that match then. Do you really want to risk the Stone Cold return again? I don't get it. Like, I get it's a marquee match. I get that Punk wants it. I get that Austin may want it. But when Steve Austin wrestled Kevin Owens, how old is he? 58 years old? No matter how great he looks, no matter how well the match turned out last year, do you really want to run the risk of having it fall flat on his face? Austin's going to be 60 years old. He got away with it then. We should keep it there. WWE doesn't need guys like Austin. They don't. I'm tired of the bullshit. Yeah, great. It's a marquee match. Great. WWE is going to make all this types of money and PR and all this other shit. WrestleMania is sold out already. You're not adding Stone Cold Steve Austin to a show to sell any extra tickets. The shows are already sold out. WWE doesn't need any smoke and mirrors to sell out WrestleMania anymore. Look at their roster. They don't. WWE can more than anybody book a great show without the need of Rock and Austin and all this other bullshit. The man was retired for 19 fucking years, and he decided to come back against Kevin Owens. Now you want him to come back again? What made him come out after 19 years in the first place? Steve Austin doesn't seem like the type of guy that wants to tarnish his legacy. Does anybody remember Saudi Arabia with bold Shawn Michaels? Triple H, who blown his fucking peck out in the match against Kane and The Undertaker. One of the worst matches in the history of WWE. All for the almighty dollar. You don't think Stone Cold Steve Austin has that in the back of his fucking mind? I don't want that to be me. I'm lucky I got away with what I got away with Kevin Owens. And that wasn't even advertised as a fucking match. It was a KO show that led to a match. Punk and Rollins should not take place at the Royal Rumble. Night 1 WrestleMania main event. Rollins deserves it. Punk is only there for the ride. Randy Orton and Roman Reigns should not take place at the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton and Roman Reigns should take place at Elimination Chamber. Now, he's not advertised for that show as of right now, but things can obviously change. I think Randy Orton in front of 60 to 70,000 people in Perth, Australia, in a big stadium setting, is a great moment for a championship match against Roman Reigns. Reigns and Styles, easy. Styles should be back any week now. You build Reigns and Styles for the Royal Rumble. Great. Rollins and McIntyre for the Royal Rumble. Great. Both will be great matches. Both are what I call solid undercard marquee matches that will not take away from the Royal Rumble. Why are you going to blow your load in one shot to start your first PLE? That is not the way to go. AJ makes sense against Roman, and McIntyre makes sense against Rollins. Figure it out. Figure it out. Then you got the Royal Rumble, the 2 Royal Rumble matches. Maybe we get a women's championship match on there, and then we are all good to go. Or a tag team title match, and we are all good to go. Those matches don't need to take place at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes wins the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins night 1. Cody versus Roman night 2. And then you flesh the card out as you see necessary. Gunther. He's been my number 1 to win the Royal Rumble. Clearly, with Punk back, that is now going to change. Punk has drastically changed and altered things for the Royal Rumble. He has. Gunther was my number 1. Now, Gunther's probably not going to win the Royal Rumble, and he's not going to be getting a World Championship match at WrestleMania like we all anticipated and predicted. So you're looking at those 2 mega main events for WrestleMania. What do you do with Gunther? You could do one of 2 things with Gunther. Number 1, you can build Chad Gable back up to be a legit fucking badass and take the title off of Gunther at WrestleMania. Or, if WWE doesn't want to go that route, which I don't know why they wouldn't, because they've actually told that story and made Gable cut a promo that he's going to vow to take that title off of him because of what Gunther did to his daughter, making him cry or making her cry. So that is there. They could tell that story, do an Iron Man match of sorts, 30-minute Iron Man match, good to go. Gable wins the fucking title. Gunther won't even fucking feel it. He won't even feel it. Losing the title will mean nothing to Gunther. Or you do Gunther and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar going after the Intercontinental Championship basically would be on nobody's bingo card for 2024. He don't give a fuck about the Intercontinental title. He wants the streak. He wants the reign. Gunther, all he needs to do is come out and say, I've beaten everybody. There's nobody left for me. Oh, yeah? How about me, big boy? Gunther's already claimed that Brock Lesnar is his end boss, his final boss. Imagine Gunther beating Brock Lesnar for the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania. And then on the following Monday, he says, I'm done. He puts nobody over. He remains undefeated. And we have a tournament for the Intercontinental Championship with Gable then winning the fucking tournament. Then we get a slew of call-ups from NXT. Maybe we get a Braun Breaker in there. Maybe we get a Carmelo Hayes in there. Gunther doesn't need to lose. In fact, if I'm booking this thing, Gunther's not losing, period. Give up the title. Tournament to crown a new champion. Gunther goes on to win either Money in the Bank or a returning King of the Ring gimmick. Either one would suit him fine. Either one would suit him perfectly. Money in the Bank, fine, great. It's a believable win. King of the Ring, even better. One of the best pro wrestlers on the planet, winning King of the Ring. Then he cashes in against whoever the champion is on Monday Night Raw in an honorable way. He doesn't come in and sneakily cash in a contract or anything like that. Like a typical heel would, he hands it in honorably. I'm cashing this in on this day for this show, and I'm taking your title. Because that is what a real pro wrestler would do. When that happens, I don't know. Bash at Berlin, SummerSlam, figure it out. Figure it out. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul and Kevin Owens is more than likely taking place at the Royal Rumble. Logan Paul and LA Knight for the United States Championship. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, they should be in contention for the tag team titles going into WrestleMania. I love the makeup of that team. Bayley versus Io, if you want to tell that story for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Monday Night Raw Women's Championship. What do we do with Charlotte? What do we do with Bianca? I don't fucking know. They'll probably be inserted into their championship match. Io, Bayley, Charlotte, Bianca, make it a fatal four-way. Do you believe that Charlotte and Bianca are not going to be in a fucking title match at WrestleMania? I mean, like, the sky is fucking blue. There's a couple of certain things in life. Death, taxes, and Charlotte and Bianca Belair getting a fucking women's championship match at WrestleMania. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. What John Cena does at WrestleMania, I don't know. They could put him against Solo Sikoa, get his win back after he lost at Crown Jewel. What Randy Orton does at WrestleMania, I have no fucking clue. No clue. Maybe we do Randy versus John Cena. I have no idea. But WrestleMania, I mean, just based off what we've seen so far on television, it's easy to see where they're going with these matches to flesh out WrestleMania. We don't need 18 matches, 19 matches like we were getting. A solid 7-match card each night is more than fine. McIntyre and Sami Zayn, I could see being another undercard match on WrestleMania. There's a lot of things that we still need to figure out. But the way things are going, a lot of people are talking on social media, oh yeah, Rollins and Punk at Royal Rumble. No. No. It's not a Royal Rumble match. It's a WrestleMania match. No big championship matches like that should ever take place at the Royal Rumble. Only under a very rare circumstance. Reigns and Orton? No, let's do that at Elimination Chamber in front of 70,000 people. That's where you do that. That's what Orton deserves. Seriously. And it's the World Championship. The biggest prize in the company. Make it feel like it. Punk wins the Rumble. Cody wins the Chamber. Boom. Easy. Very, very easy. I don't know why we got to make things difficult. But after tonight, on Monday, to close Raw, certainly looks like McIntyre is eyeing Rollins and another rematch because he didn't get it because Rollins gave it to Jay. McIntyre thinks it belongs to him. I think it belongs to him. They had a great match at Crown Jewel. Let's do it again. It was the match of the night at Crown Jewel. I don't know why you would not want to do that again at the Royal Rumble.